Bixby's recovered a fumble at the 45. Play action fake, guns one. It is caught. Touchdown, Spartans. The middle, he's got a hit of steam. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bixby. Rolls to his right to pressure as he throws. It's picked off. Interception. It's over. Bixby is the state champion in 6A Division II in Oklahoma.
Welcome into the Green Country Mitsubishi Bixby Coaches Show. And of course, joining us, Lauren Montgomery. Coach, a tough week, tight game on the road. Knew it was going to be a challenge. The Indian Bowl on Friday night this past week, a 3-point loss. And Muskogee has come a long way.
Yeah, I know. Hats off to Coach Watkins and his crew over there at Muskogee. They've got a fantastic ball club, and as it turned out on Friday night, they made a few more plays than we did and a few more plays at critical times. So we came up on the short end of that stick. Hopefully we can make the best of it. You know, that's the thing about close losses. It causes you to evaluate where you're at. Some of the things that you're doing right, some of the things you're doing wrong, and take a close look at it and get better. So we can only hope that we have an opportunity to play this team again down the stretch in the playoffs. Yeah,
and that's very, very possible. And some big games coming up, and of course this week the Sapulpa Chieftains. Another week of work, and we like to talk at this time of the show about our Practice Players of the Week, sponsored by Communication Federal Credit Union.
Yeah, without a doubt. You know, we want to recognize two guys this week who are doing a phenomenal job for us. First, Cordell Tyler. Cordell, new to our football program this year, just moved in from Dunham Springs, Louisiana. If you're familiar with that town, it's one of the hardest hit towns in Louisiana from that terrible flood they recently had. Cordell's a wide receiver DB that's come in and is just doing a tremendous job. He's gaining traction each and every week, making some really good plays, not only in practice but in the JV. And we also want to recognize Will Thomas, Will's son of head girls basketball coach Tina Thomas, and Will's young offensive defensive line for us, doing a great job at center and defensive line, giving us a great look, and is a young leader in our program. I know a lot of guys rally around him. He's got a great personality, and then gives us a good look in practice as well, Mark.
Okay, those are our Practice Players of the Week, and coming up, we're going to have your first half highlights as the Spartans went on the road to play the Muskogee Roughers.
The Bixby Football Coaches Show is brought to you by Green Country Mitsubishi. We dare you to compare. Communication Federal Credit Union. Connection with you. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One love for the game. Chick-fil-A. Eat more chicken. Midwest Sporting Goods. Put some Midwest best on you. Jim Norton Toyota. Come experience the Jim Norton way. Car Country by Nelson, where you'll be treated like a superstar. Matthews Ford. Go further with Matthews Ford. Hot Coffee Design. Find us at hotcoffeedesign.com. Roofscapes Exteriors, a roofing company you can trust. And by TTCU, the credit union.
Customers know where they can find the best selection and the best price. At Matthews Ford, you won't be hassled on the lot, and we treat our customers with respect. Matthews Ford gives you a direct price that you want for both new and used vehicles. Come see us at Matthews Ford off Elm and the BA Expressway.
Want to know how to get the highest car payment possible? By taking whatever loan rate you're offered and doing zero research. My advice, shop for a loan that's right for you. I'd start at Communication Federal Credit Union. We've very competitive rates, and right now, you'll roll off the lot with no payment for the first 3 months. Come to us first. Communication Federal Credit Union. Connecting with you.
We're obsessed with perfection and here for you every day. Standing up for Toyota quality. That's the Jim Norton way. And Green Country, you're our family, and our hearts will stand and say we're overflowing with pride in Oklahoma. That's the Jim Norton way.
Welcome back to the Bixby Spartan Coaches Show, sponsored by Green Country Mitsubishi. And this week, of course, Spartans had gone on the road this past week to play against the Muskogee Roughers at the Indian Bowl, which is, it's always a tough place to play. What did you have to get ready for with this team? You knew they had a lot of speed.
Yeah, certainly they got a lot of speed. Offensively, we had to get ready for a different defensive look than we had seen. We'd seen odd fronts, some different three-man fronts the last several weeks, and then we were playing Coach Hill's 4-3 defense that he's run for so many years. And then offensively, we had to get ready for just tremendous speed on at the wide receiver position, and then number 6 Gilbert, their tailback, had tremendous speed as well. So a little bit you had to get ready at securing the box, but then also playing bubble screens and post to man coverage, and as it turns out, they hit some big plays on that. Unfortunately, we evidently didn't do enough work on that end, Mark. But let's go ahead and take a look here at the first half highlights. We came out, and Muskogee came out and started the game with a 3-0 lead, and then we get the ball back and put together a really good drive, marched down the field. You saw that pass right there to Nick Swanson, then we come back and hit another curl pattern to Nick Swanson down the field, and attacking the wide receivers. They're giving us a little bit of soft coverage to the perimeter, so we attacked that. Put together a decent drive right there to start the game off, and defense is back out here. You'll notice Cade Cannon and Kobe Tillman chasing their quarterback out of bounds. Their quarterback had a tremendous night. And then right here, Colin Farley, Kay Cavender attacking the flat route right there. Number 6, Gilbert, our defense doing a good job stretching it out. You'll see Cody Adams there from his defensive end position on a tremendous hit. Cody Adams been such a work for us all year. Coming back right here, Clayton Barber, young sophomore right there, having a big grab, and then we run the stretch play for a big first down. 2nd and 3 to Tucker Polley. Tucker, big night. Tucker's averaging 6.5 yards a carry on the season. We hit the wide receiver screen once again to Nick Swanson out over the edge. Then we come back with a counter play right here to Tucker, faking the speed sweep to Tanner. Coming back, great pass protection right here. Tanner drops back, looking for the wheel route down the sidelines. It's not there, and he pulls the ball down and scrambles, picks up a big first down right there with his feet. Tanner's doing a tremendous job this year of scrambling, picking up good yardage with his feet. We run the naked bootleg right there. There's sophomore Ryan Kerr doing a good job picking up positive yards, getting us down in the scoring range. And then we throw the fade right here to Nick Swanson. Nick doing a good job, his big physical stature, pressing off and getting a nice touchdown there. Kobe Tillman from his linebacker position with a big strike right there, and then another big tackle right there by our defense. I believe that was Colin Farley from his linebacker position. The inside zone play right there to Tucker Polley, in behind the blocking of Pierce Hiblin. Pierce, our center, doing a good job at the center position, getting all our guys lined up in their multiple fronts. Come back, we hit a double move. Unbelievable pass right there to Nick Swanson from Tanner, finding the hole in the zone coverage to the trip side. Tremendous job. And then we come back to a flare pass right here to Drake Allen off the orbit motion. And Drake just doing a good job being a workhorse, picking up all the positive yards behind good wide receiver blocks right there. Don't pick up the blitz. Tanner does a good job of avoiding pressure, and then dumps it off to Nick Swanson, and Nick Swanson does a really nice job of moving the chains right there and continuing to get yards after catch. We run the sprint out play right here, and Drake Allen comes free on the rub route right there on the end zone to the man coverage. Muskogee dropping back to pass right here, and you'll notice right here, Colton Tafoya doing a great job getting the post route covered. That hit us early with a couple post patterns, and Colton did a nice job adjusting, picking that up. And come back, our punt return unit's been really good, and then Drake Allen's just so solid. Does a good job of sticking it right up in the middle of the defense and keeping his feet turning, picking up positive yards, setting up good field position for our offense. And then once again, Muskogee's out here on offense, and we're doing a good job of stretching, making them run to the sidelines where we can rally up and make a tackle. Right there, Colin Farley with the initial hit, and I believe Chandler Price ends up on the tackle. Running the double move, and then we come back to the tailback screen. Tucker Polley right here down the sidelines, in behind the blocking of Bryce Bray and Josh Neerman. Just Tucker making an unbelievable play down the sidelines right there, and that takes us into halftime where we're leading 21-17. But you know, the way the game went, it really didn't feel like we had much of a lead at all, Mark.
Yeah, close game there at the half, shootout in the second half, and a wild finish. We'll have second half highlights when we come back.
Green Country Country Mitsubishi Buy One Drive One sale going on now. Buy a new Outlander and drive a new Mirage for free for 24 months. Only at Green Country Mitsubishi. 2017 7-passenger Outlander, sporty with advanced safety features, only $367 a month. For 2 cars with 0 down. Plus the Rockstar 10-year 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. Buy a new Outlander and drive a new Mirage for free for 24 months. Green Country Mitsubishi in Bixby. Online at gcmitsubishi.com.
As football fans, Raising Cane's believes in rushing quarterbacks. But not our hot, fresh 24-hour marinated chicken. We believe in running out the clock, but never out of our refreshing sweet tea and lemonade. And we believe in supporting our teams with the same passion we have for serving our customers. Because when it comes to football season, we go all out.
Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers.
Customers know where they can find the best selection and the best price. At Matthews Ford, you won't be hassled on the lot, and we treat our customers with respect. Matthews Ford gives you a direct price that you want for both new and used vehicles. Come see us at Matthews Ford off Elm and the BA Expressway.
We're back on the Bixby Spartan Coaches Show, sponsored by Green Country Mitsubishi. And a wild finish coming up here as we're taking a look at the highlights. Getting ready for the second half with the Muskogee Roughers. Right now, 21-17, and you know you've got a dogfight in the second half.
Absolutely. Let's get right into it, Mark. Coming out here in the second half, both defenses settled down just a little bit, and we traded a few punts. And right here, they spit the wide receiver screen out to their very talented wide receiver DB that's going to Texas Tech, Cameron Curl. And then another wide receiver screen right there. We do a really nice job of tackling and rallying to the football. And once again, nice knockdown right there. Big stop by our defense. We come back right here to the boundary screen, picking up some positive yards right there on the boundary screen. Believe that's Drake Allen. Picking up positive yards, and we come back and hit young sophomore Clayton Barber on another big catch, and we end up having to punt on that drive. You'll notice Colin Farley right here making a great play right here on the swing screen. A tackle for a loss right there. Our defense does a nice job of pinning them deep, causing a punt, and that was a big thing for us right here. You'll notice Ethan Hall right here from his outside linebacker position doing a good job putting pressure on him. Ethan's getting better each and every week, understanding what we're doing offensively and defensively. Once again, Tanner right here doing a good job being very elusive, avoiding pressure, picking up positive yards with his feet. I think that's one of his biggest areas of improvement this year. Hand the ball off right here to Tucker Pauley. Tucker continues to move the pile, getting positive yards right there. So a big stand right there for us. And then we come back in our jumbo personnel behind the blocking of Cody Adams and Ryan Kerr. Noah West, young sophomore, is doing a good job. And Tucker squirts on the power play right there. Come back right there, that's Ryan Matthews doing a great job playing a seam pattern, and Muskogee tries to run, and a great knockdown, and Muskogee's coming up right here. Our defense doing a good job of rallying, making them snap the ball, and right here Brendan Evers does a great job of coming free. You better block that big guy off the defensive edge, and does a good job getting a tackle for loss. Great play right here by Tanner Griffin. He boots out, feels the pressure, and he comes back, and we throw the wheel route to Tucker Pauley out off the outside edge. That's a really big play. Right here in the fourth quarter, we hand off the inside zone to Tucker, doing a good job. Offensive line doing a good job of wearing him down, picking up positive yardage inside. Tanner scrambles right here, finds Staten King in the end zone for the go-ahead touchdown. Some really big plays right here in the fourth quarter by several guys in our offense. You'll notice Cody Adams, Ethan Hall, Brendan Evers, that defense rallying up inside, doing such a good job being physical, picking up the tackle for loss. Tanner comes back right here with a tailback screen to Tucker. A big third down conversion for us right there on the tailback screen. That was a good play for us most of the night. With Muskogee's aggressive defense, we come back right here, complete the comeback to Nick Swanson. Nick doing a good job, and Tanner pulls it down on the zone read and sticks it up inside for some positive yards, and come back and we hit Staten King on the slant pattern. Staten continuing to grow at wide receiver, also getting a lot of snaps at quarterback during practice. Ryan Kerr, young sophomore tight end, with another big catch down the stretch right here, and we run the power pass right here to Cody Adams. Cody in our jumbo package, of course, most people know him from defensive end, getting a second touchdown on the year. And unfortunately, they made a couple big plays there after that touchdown, and were able to edge us just 45-42, Mark. So a tough loss for the Spartans, but we've identified quite a few things that we need to work on. Let's go ahead and take a look at stats from the evening.
All right.
First downs, we had 30 first downs to Muskogee's 20, so winning in that. Total offense, we had 487 yards of total offense to their 495. We had 309 through the air to their 368. Rushing, we were 178 to their 127. Once again, penalties is an area that we've continued to improve in. We had 5 for 41 yards. They had 8 for 68 yards, and then the big thing, turnovers, as they are in any big game. We lost the turnover battle 3-0 against those guys. Passing, Tanner Griffin was 34 or 48 for 309 and 5 TDs. Rushing, Tucker Pauley was 28 for 132 yards and a TD. Braden Roller having several really tough carries. Braden continues to grow. Tanner Griffin had 9 carries, doing a good job of scrambling with his feet for 36 yards. Receiving, Nick Swanson had 8 receptions for 82 yards. Staten King, 3 for 49 yards. And then Tucker Pauley, 5 for 48 yards. Tanner doing a good job of spreading the ball around. Tackles, once again, Kobe Tillman winning in double digits, leading the team at 13 tackles. Ryan Matthews was 7. Cade Cannon was 7. Colin Farley was 7. So a big night stats-wise, but we lost on 2 of the main areas, and obviously that's the score and then the turnover margin mark. So 2 areas where we've got to improve.
Yeah, and you've identified those. You got district play. Obviously, you're just starting that off. There's a good chance you see these guys again, possibly all the way at the end.
Without a doubt, Muskogee's identified themselves as one of the best teams in 6A2. They showed that on Friday night, so it wouldn't surprise me if we meet up again down the road. Hopefully we can improve and put ourselves in an opportunity to make the playoffs and make a good playoff run.
Yeah, a lot of power over in the East, I think, has demonstrated the last couple of years. And with you guys winning the whole thing. Now you've got the Sapulpa Chieftains. What kind of a challenge, new head coach, but as you mentioned, it's a team that they're coached well, even though they haven't won.
Yeah, they're 0-5, but coached extremely well by Robert Borgstadt, defense coordinator from Sand Springs. You know, last year Sand Springs was so good defensively. He's a very good coach, and you see that in the way his guys are playing. So we're going to have to be ready, come out on win-win night on Friday night, be ready to play and execute and clean up some of our mistakes that we made last Friday.
All right, Spartans trying to get back on the winning track this Friday night. 7 o'clock is the kickoff at Lee Snyder Field as they take on the Sapulpa Chieftains. All right, more of the Green Country Mitsubishi Bixby Spartan Coaches Show. When we come back, we'll have our Raising Cane's Player of the Game.
Want to know how to get the highest car payment possible? By taking whatever loan rate you're offered and doing zero research. My advice, shop for a loan that's right for you. I'd start at Communication Federal Credit Union. We've very competitive rates, and right now, you'll roll off the lot with no payment for the first 3 months. Come to us first. Communication Federal Credit Union, connecting with you.
Thousands of Oklahomans have relied on a roofing company who has built its reputation on trust. Roofscapes Exteriors knows that a roof isn't just a roof, and a customer isn't just a customer.
We loved dealing with the same point of contact from start to finish. The whole experience was just perfect.
A roof not only insulates and protects your home and family, it's nearly half of the visible appearance of your home. Contact Roofscapes Exteriors today, 918-364-ROOF.
Welcome back to the Bixby Spartan Coaches Show, sponsored by Green Country Mitsubishi. And it's time for our Raising Cane's Player of the Week. And it's junior running back Tucker Pauley. Tucker, big game, obviously rushing-wise for you and catching. 5 catches, 48 yards, and 28 carries, 132 yards on the ground. I know it's tough losing that ball game, but let's just kind of take a look at your season overall and how you feel like you've progressed as a player this year.
Yeah, I've been having a really good season this year so far. I've been trying to progress every week. First off by trying to pick up more blocks, read the defense a lot better, get more cuts every week, just anything I can do to get better every week.
How do you like working with Tanner?
I love working with Tanner. He's one of my best friends, and so we work pretty well together.
Yeah, you got a great group of guys. Obviously, we were just talking earlier on about youth football, and I know we'll have our youth segment a little bit later on here, but you know these guys.
Mm-hmm.
And I talk about this each and every week. These are guys you grew up with.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Nick Swanson, I've always played baseball with him my whole life. Me and him are good buddies, too. Tanner, I kind of got to know him through middle school, through high school. Just growing up, Bryce Bray, Josh Owens, been good buddies. Kobe Tillman, whole life been good buddies.
Okay, now we know you're going to play baseball. You just mentioned you play baseball. We have breaking news here. You are going to wrestle this year.
Yes.
Again.
Yes, I am.
Okay, what is it about wrestling you like?
I just like that one-on-one, getting nasty down there with someone, and it's all mindset. It's either you want to do it or you don't.
All right, as far as hard work goes, you've progressed obviously as a running back. You're always known about having speed. You're getting the edge. What is it? You've mentioned picking up blocks. What is it you're most proud of that you've worked the hardest at to get better at?
I think the one thing I've worked the hardest at this year is ball security. Last year I didn't have very good ball security, but every week I'm progressing better and better at not fumbling.
Okay.
So.
Well, let's talk about that real quick, because there's a lot of kids that'll watch this, playing youth football, and maybe they're putting it on the turf. What did you have to do?
I had to quit swinging the ball around. You got to keep it high and tight. And once you make contact with someone, you got to make sure it's on your chest. And if you run through contact, you got to have 2 hands on the ball.
Okay, there you go, kids. And don't go carrying around like a loaf of bread.
That's right.
That'd be a bad thing.
That's right.
All right, what do you want to do when you're done? Let's say you want to play college football, whatever you decide to do, wrestle, play baseball. What is it you want to do further down the road in life?
I want to major in, I'm not sure what type of engineering. I want to become an engineer, either if that's selling engineering software or working out on a plant somewhere, whatever it is. Just I want to go in the engineering field.
All right, sounds good. Well, you got it all laid out.
Yes,
Wrestling, baseball, you're ready to be an engineer?
Oh, yeah.
All right, good to have you on the show, man.
Thank you very much.
All right, Tucker Pauley, junior running back, talking a little bit about ball security. And coming up, we're going to talk about youth football. It's our Midwest Sporting Goods Youth Team of the Week.
As football fans, Raising Cane's believes in rushing quarterbacks. But not our hot, fresh 24-hour marinated chicken. We believe in running out the clock, but never out of our refreshing sweet tea and lemonade. And we believe in supporting our teams with the same passion we have for serving our customers. Because when it comes to football season, we go all out.
Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers.
I met James through church.
And now we're actually neighbors. Brendan was always saying that TTCU was different, so I researched it and then we opened an account.
Right now, you can get $100 opening a new checking account, online or in person.
Sometimes when the big banks offer an incentive, it's because the customer service isn't so good. But TTCU is local, you get great service, and they're making an impact on the community. They're just easier to work with, not-for-profit, member-owned TTCU.
Welcome back to the Bixby Spartan Coaches Show, and it's time for our Midwest Sporting Goods Youth Team of the Week. And with Bixby, we move on to 6th grade Red, and head coach Ryan Roberts joins us. And Ryan, I know you've been doing this a long time. You've got this group now into 6th grade. How's the season going?
Good. We are right where we want to be, right at the top of our conference, and plan on making the playoffs, plan on competing in the playoffs, plan on playing in the finals again, plan on winning a championship again. It's really nice to be turning over young athletes into the Bixby program where they expect to play for championships, they expect to win, and we're glad that we're able to get that in them young. So when we turn them over to the high school, they have that winning mentality.
Well, and I know too with this group, you've had them for a long time. Did you take them over all the way from 1st grade on?
I've had them ever since 1st grade. Yeah, I've been lucky enough to have these boys that whole time.
Well, I know you do a great job. I know you coached my son when he was in 1st grade. I watched you at practices, do a great job, as far as fundamentals, technique. You've got some kids that are playing at a very high level, obviously won championships, they've been there, at least always in the mix. And just talk about the core group you have and how much that they have learned and how they've kind of soaked it up as time's gone on.
Yeah, we're real fortunate to have a really athletic group of kids. They play a lot of different sports. We have a lot of kids who play a high level of baseball. We have a lot of kids that wrestle. We have a lot of kids that play basketball. So they're not just football players. So that's good. But we also are able to start instilling some of the things that the high school does. The coaches staff at Bixby's nice enough to meet with us, kind of let us know their terminology. And so now that they're in 6th and 7th grade, we're starting to introduce some of the zone concepts, some of the pass routes, the way they call passes, and that the schools use, so that our boys will be a little bit more prepared when they step into competitive football. But we've always preached technique. We preach technique when they're tired, and we preach technique when they're tired, that can get you beat. So we really pay attention to detail with these boys, and simple things like stances, alignment, and just competitiveness are things that we've really hammered with them, and they've responded obviously really well.
Well, obviously having a great year, and you've had many great years. And, we were talking about this before the show, a couple of people around here. You can speak on this because you've been around us a long time, and you've seen a lot of these programs that are around the area, around the state. And obviously, Bixby's program rates right there, top 5, I'm sure, as far as Indian Nations, as far as the overall congruity of what everyone's doing. How important do you think that is? I know there's schools out there that would like to emulate what Bixby is able to do. Is that pretty much what you're looking for, is having the coaches involved from the high school level on down?
Oh, I think it's a wonderful culture. When I tell people from other parts of the state, or, I'm with the government, so I have friends from other states as well. And so when I talk about youth sports, I tell them, yeah, my kids play on the high school field. They wear the high school colors. They have high school coaches, and they're in, that started when they were in 2nd grade, 1st grade. People back east, Virginia, Pittsburgh, places like that, their big football areas are shocked. Wow, man, our groups, we practice once a week, play on Thursdays. It's not affiliated with the school. I really wished our schools would do that. So I think that the way that the INFC and specifically Bixby does it is the best by far.
Kind of getting out of that park and rec mentality.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's absolutely.
Now, what do you have coming up this weekend?
We have Bartlesville. It's a conference game. We've got 4 more conference games, and we like to tell the kids the playoffs have kind of started now, just so they kind of get into that attitude of little things matter, and can't take plays off, and really start getting that. We call it stoves on the pot. We want to start getting their water heated up a little bit.
One game at a time.
Yeah,
throw that in there.
Turning up the temperature each week, so it'll be at a good boil by the time playoffs start.
Well, hey, congratulations on what you guys have accomplished, not only this year, but in the past, and looking for more great things from you. Good to see you again, man.
You bet. And on behalf of all our families, we really appreciate all the support we get from the school and from the coaching staff at Bixby. It's a great setup.
Well, and next up for the Spartans, again, Friday night, home against the Sapulpa Chieftains. It's a 7 o'clock kick at Lee Snyder Field. That'll do it for the Midwest Sporting Goods Youth Team of the Week. Ryan Roberts, 6th grade red. It's on to high school football Friday night, Spartans and the Chieftains, and we'll see you there. That does it for the Bixby Spartan Coaches Show.
The Bixby Football Coaches Show is brought to you by Green Country Mitsubishi. We dare you to compare. Communication Federal Credit Union. Connection with you. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One love for the game. Chick-fil-A. Eat more chicken. Midwest Sporting Goods. Put some Midwest best on you. Jim Norton Toyota. Come experience the Jim Norton way. Car Country by Nelson, where you'll be treated like a superstar. Matthews Ford. Go further with Matthews Ford. Hot Coffee Design. Find us at hotcoffeedesign.com. Roofscapes Exteriors, a roofing company you can trust. And by TTCU, the credit union.